Jude Bellingham, the 17-year-old Borussia Dortmund wonder kid who was recently cruelly denied a crucial Champions League goal against Manchester City, has really started to prove his worth at his young age in midfield. From starting in the Champions League quarter-final to gaining a senior England call-up, he's proven that he deserves all the hype that's around him right now. But today, we're going to find out what would have happened if Bellingham had never joined Dortmund and stayed at his boyhood club, Birmingham City. Yes, that's right. Today, we're doing the first experiment on the channel, and if you want to see more of these, then be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below. But for now, let's get into this one. Well, here he is then, Mr. Jude Bellingham, back at Birmingham City, something I'm sure the Birmingham fans would love to see. He's got that number 22 that they famously retired after he left for Borussia Dortmund in the summer. What an unbelievable story that is. We look at his stats here now, light greens already and pushing hopefully towards some darker greens as well with his pace. His sprint speed's good, his stamina's good, his strength, but he's only 17. He looks like he'll be very good going forward. We're looking to get in the box and hopefully score some goals. Defensive stats could probably use a little bit of work, but his passing is of course one of the ones up there, and he's got himself a couple of traits with dives into tackles and technical dribbler. Hopefully he won't get suspended too much by grabbing too many bookings, but other than that, he looks like he's going to be an absolute baller. Financially, Bellingham is already worth 11.5 million. He's only on 2k at Birmingham at the moment. I'm sure that will change so that no offers come in. Starting out worth 11.5 million, I am confident that's going to increase. If he's already 75 rated, he's going to be pushing the ceiling on his potential for sure. We will be putting him on a playmaker development plan just to increase that weak foot for now and see how that goes for this season. I'll change it throughout and I'll let you know when I do. There are of course a lot of other centre mids here, but with Bellingham actually being the best, I don't think I need to release as many as you would normally see in the sort of growth test that this is. He is the 75 rated, the highest overall centre mid here. He'll get the game time. This is of course then Birmingham's starting 11. He's starting their left centre mid. I'm sure he's going to be the one to push forward. San Jose will be the one to defend along with Sunjic. But hopefully Bellingham does well, pushes this decently solid Birmingham team towards playoffs and maybe even towards the Premier League. So let's go and find out. So here we are then at the end of season 1, and Bellingham's Birmingham have finished 14th. Not the season we were hoping from them. We were hoping they would be pushing maybe towards 6th place, but that was a good 21 points away. So hopefully next season, with Bellingham's growth, which we'll see in a second, and hopefully the team's growth as well, they'll start to look towards the playoff places, but you never know. Let's go and see whether Bellingham was influential in this season or not. So as you can see here there, Jude Bellingham ended up playing the most games for the club, playing 51 games overall, getting 5 goals and 6 assists. If we actually look, that was kind of okay in the top scorers. I was hoping for a bit more from the play style that I thought he had, but assist wise he was 3rd overall, which is pretty good. 10 clean sheets, and as we said, top player, played the most games, gone up 4 overall. I do expect the man to be much better and to get even better, but his value has increased up 186% to 33 million after just 1 year. Next year I will of course make sure his contract is longer and for more money because he deserves it, but at 18 he's worth 33 million and it can only go up from here. Hopefully he can take Birmingham with him up the table as well. So let's get into season 2. So as we start season 2, then you can still see Bellingham's potential is an exciting prospect, so 85 upwards. His stats obviously hasn't got any yet, but his actual ability is still in the light greens. We'd be looking for more. Stamina's got towards dark green at 84, but other than that, things haven't really gone up too much. His curve and his passing's really looking good, so we're going to have to change that development plan on him. We're going to get him on a central midfield one, increase some of the balanced bit of his dribbling stats as well as his skill moves and his strength. We're going to get them up this time, and hopefully he improves even more, and then really could do with dragging Birmingham with him. As this is his starting 11 for season 2, it's not much changed realistically. McGree comes in, I think, but Bellingham is again the highest rated and needs to be pushing on, getting some more goals hopefully, and basically just dragging this team hopefully towards some playoff places. You never know, but let's go and find out. So then at the end of the second season, it turns out Birmingham have come close to automatic promotion, finishing just 11 points off Brighton and Burnley, who have gone up automatically. So it's the playoffs for them. Now I have gone through them, and it turns out we're in the final against Sheffield United. So we'll go here and it's the Sheffield United final. Promotion playoff, beat Stoke 3-2 on aggregate, nice and easy, but it's time to play Sheffield United. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quick sim it, and we're going to see if Bellingham has any sort of impact on this. Quite an important game then against Sheffield United, the chance to go up to the Premier League for Birmingham. Any chance they can manage it? And there it is, a 2-0 win with Bellingham going off at 47 minutes, and Halilovic, a former career mode gem, coming on and scoring the winner in the 49th. Madness. We'll go and see the stats now for the players for the season, but Birmingham are in the Premier League. Just as a confirmation then of what happened this season, we've gone through playoff winners after coming third in the league, just behind, as you saw, Brighton and Burnley. In the FA Cup, it was a round 3 exit to Millwall, 1-0 away from home, not very good. And then in the Carabao Cup, it was a round 3 exit again, this time at home to West Brom, 4-1. Now we're playing in the Premier League next year. Those sort of results can't happen too often. On to the actual reason we're here, and that is Jude Bellingham. For some reason my screen's darkened around the edges, and I'm not sure why, but that's a glitch on FIFA. But either way, in his second season, he's had an absolutely fantastic campaign. 53 appearances, 20 goals, 14 assists, and I believe he's second in the goal scorers charts. He is, but he should be first in the assist charts. There you go, Jude Bellingham having an unbelievable season in the Championship. As opposed to his stats then, he's starting to get some dark green ones, which you'd like to see. He's gone up 5 this year, so we're hoping, there we go, most greens, interceptions and attack position, probably could do with a bit of work. We'll change the development plan next season, but he's looking like he's becoming an all-round good centre mid, and his value has gone up again by 51% to 50 million on the dot. He's got a long contract now, he's got a long wage. It's time to see if Bellingham can do it in the Premier League. And so here we have Jude Bellingham then at the start of season 3. As we saw, his stats are all looking good. We saw at the end of last season, not much has gone up since then, but his value has somehow gone up to 73 million. It was only 50 at the end. Kept the same wages for now, as we've only just joined the Premier League, so Birmingham are struggling for a bit of money, but I think we are going to change his development plan again, because he's now 5-star, so we're going to go ball winning midfielder this time, try and get that defensive work rate up, just make him all round a fantastic centre mid as well, and of course get those defensive stats that are slightly lacking up that final little bit. But if he can do as well as he did in the Championship last year with around 20 odd goals and 10 odd assists in the Premier League, if he can do it in this league as well with this team, then he's definitely on his way to becoming one of the world's best. As it stands, this is the team that will go into the Premier League then. The only thing I've had to do is bring in Muller in goal, because I was left with one keeper, which was Etheridge, and he wasn't very good anyway, so we brought in Muller, but everyone else has started to be growing, and it's looking really, really good, this team. But the question is, can Bellingham inspire this lot to stay up? Let's go and find out. Well then, at the end of season 3, Birmingham have finished above their rivals Villa in a very respectable 8th place, quite a way off the drop zone of West Brom, West Ham and Leeds. You do love to see it, and not too far off Europe if you ask me, only 2 points in the end. If they'd maybe pushed on just a little bit more, they could have done it. In the FA Cup, it was around 5 exits to Sheffield United, 4-3 on penalties, which is a shame. And in the Carabao Cup, it was around 4 exits to Southampton, 4-0. We would love to see Jude Bellingham get his hands on a big trophy at some point, so it's a shame we're not doing well in the Cups at the moment. But as for Jude Bellingham himself, he's gone up 3 ratings this time to an 87 overall, still only 19, will turn 20 very soon. He is unbelievable. In the league, 44 games played and only 3 goals scored and 4 assists. It's not the best. I think appearance-wise, he is up there with Florian Muller at the top of the assists, but goals-wise, you can see there Bella and Lecco were the ones with the most, and we're just not seeing the contribution from Bellingham that we saw last year. Maybe he just needs a year to acclimatise to the league, but hopefully he does get better in the next season. If we look at his stats now, just on the development section, he was trained as a ball-winning midfielder this year, and his stats seem to have gone up. His interceptions were one that we were looking to go up, reactions was another one, and then the stand tackle, the slide tackle is on its way up. It's still not in the greens yet, but that's to be expected. He is only a centre mid. Maybe we train him to be attacking next year and see if he can just get that little bit more productivity towards the top end of the pitch. But financially, he's up another 33% to 98 million. He is definitely the highest valued player at the club at the moment. 56,000 on wages. I've upped that another little bit just for him to stay at the club. Can he break the 100 million mark next year at age 20? Maybe. But let's get straight into season 4. And then just before we start season 4, I would just like to say there was obviously some sort of inflation going on over the summer, as Bellingham is now worth £100.5 million. The man's eclipsed that three-figure mark at the young age of 20 years old. He's 87 rated. It's his second season in the Premier League. It's time to perform, and maybe let's even get Birmingham into Europe. So let's go. So we have come to the end of season 4 then. As you can see, that's an FA Cup final against Spurs. So that's good. That's good to see that we've got there. Let's just go and check the league though and see how the other competitions went. Premier League, we managed to finish third ahead of Southampton in 4th. Spurs were 5th. Man City and Man United won the league, but that's Champions League football for probably the last season. I think I'll make it for Jude Bellingham. I can't believe Southampton made it into 4th ahead of Spurs. Madness, and well away from relegation. You love to see it. Obviously, you know, in the FA Cup, we managed to get to the final, but for the Carabao Cup, we went out very early in round 3 to Bournemouth at home. Not the best result, but I'll take finishing 3rd in an FA Cup final. So let's go and see whether or not Bellingham can influence this final. He didn't influence the playoff final with Halilovic scoring, but can Bellingham influence this one? As with the playoff final, then it will be a quick sim. We can hope Bellingham could influence. We can hope he wins the trophy. That would be a lovely end to the season, and he does. We managed to get it 2-1. Did he have any influence? That's the question. He scored the first. We'll take that. And then, as you saw, for some reason it won't let me go back up to the top, but Cosgrave scored the winner, which is good. We love to see it. So there it is. Jude Bellingham wins his first major trophy, which is the FA Cup, and he's got Champions League football next year. As for his personal stats then, he got 11 goals and 8 assists in 50 appearances. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. In the league, it was 9 and 7, as you can see. I think it's pretty decent from him. Hopefully he starts to push forward. That's better than last year. So his second season he's acclimatised, which you like to see. Development wise, his stats are looking really good now. As you can see, dark greens except for shooting and defending. His stats are going up. Attack position is the only one that's not green there. There's a few that aren't here. Penalties, defensive awareness, free kicks, but nothing that would be major. His tackles are all up there. His shot power, his long shots. I don't think I mentioned as well he's on the playmaker development plan. I think I forgot to show you that at the start of the season. That has obviously helped him get more goals, so maybe we'll keep him on that one or another one for going forward. And financially, he's gone up only 16%, probably his least of an increase to 117 million, but still in those 100 mil figures. Unbelievable from this man, and I think we're going to have one more season. We're going to see how they can do in the Champions League, and then we'll cap it there. So let's see, can Jude Bellingham take Birmingham to the Champions League final? And here we are then in season 5, and over the summer Bellingham has gone up another one. He is now one of the world's best at 90 overall. I've given him the captain's armband for this last season as well. His stats, as you can see here, a few of them have gone up, like his passing, that sort of stuff is what has been going up. Composure, vision, that's what's got him up to that 90 rated. I've still got him on the playmaker one for now. We'll change it, but I just want to make a point of this value. It's gone up 53% just by one overall. 141.5 million, up 53%. You love to see it. I've given him a higher wage. I've given him a longer contract as well, just to be sure. And in regards then to his development plan, we will be changing that to central midfield. This one's going to hopefully get him up the highest he can in this last season that we're going to do. We're going to get through the Champions League, the league, and hopefully there's going to be some more trophies. Once again, there's been no change to the starting 11. It's still Bellingham there going forward, hopefully scoring more goals. It's still a very good 11. 5 seasons in for Birmingham, and this is what they're looking at. Champions League football, it's going to be a mad one, so let's go and see what happens. And just before we get going properly, I wanted to show you the Champions League group, and here it is. Istanbul, Başakşehir, Atalanta and Midtjylland. It's actually quite a good group for Birmingham to get through, so hopefully they do and make it a decent way. Now, we will go to the end of the season. And well, here we are then at the end of season 5, and Birmingham have absolutely bossed this league. Getting 95 points, and that is 16 more, than Spurs in second place. We'll just check how they did in the rest of the competitions as well. Unfortunately, they went out in round 3, 2-1 to Sunderland at home, not great. And then in the Carabao Cup, it gets even worse, going out in round 2 to Oldham, 5-4 on penalties away from home. Not great performance in the cup. But of course, this is the one you're waiting for, the Champions League. Having won the group by a landslide as well, 6 points ahead of Atalanta. They then beat Inter 4-4 on away goals, just about aggregate away goals that is. And then unfortunately went out to Lazio. Again, it was 4-4 on aggregate, but Lazio this time with the 4 away goals. A poor second leg performance, but Jude Bellingham has done his best. He's done the best he could, as he's brought the club at least a Premier League trophy. We'll now go and see how he's done personally. So here he is, they're 92 rated now, one of the world's best, as you can see, the Birmingham City captain, Jude Bellingham. It took him 5 seasons and he got to 92 overall. Oh my god. Let's see how he did in the competitions. 9 goals and 18 assists. That's pretty good. If you look at Riley McGree below him, he got 22 goals. Unbelievable. But in the Champions League, he only scored once, got 2 assists. But in the Prem, he did score 6 times and get 3 assists, which is pretty good. Accumulating overall 9 goals and 18 assists. It's not too bad. And you can see there, he was the most creative player at the club, getting 18 assists, the top assists by 7 ahead of McGree. Those two in centre mid are a lethal partnership. If you want, a Birmingham career mode, there's your duo. In terms of his stats then, he's reached what is apparently his peak. Okay, I didn't know that. Apparently 92 is his peak then, that's as far as he's going to get. If we went further, dynamic potential would probably kick in and he would get a bit more, but that's pretty good. All dark greens except attack position, that's probably why he didn't score as many goals. Short pass is 99 now, dribbling's 92, ball control's 99. This man is fantastic on the ball, can't take free kicks or finish, but other than that, financially, he's gone up 69% over the course of this year to £155.5 million. That is where we're going to end it. He is by far the most expensive player at the club. Although Jonathan Lecco has, to be fair to him, got himself into the 100 mark as well. Unbelievable. Unbelievable from Jude Bellingham. And then just a quick look at the final 11 and look how that team has grown around Bellingham. He has dragged Birmingham from the middle of the Championship, which is where we started, to the top of the Premier League. You do love to see it. But that is going to be it from me and this Jude Bellingham growth test rebuild sort of thing. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please do leave a like, subscribe, follow me on Twitch, TikTok, Twitter. They're all in the description, probably in the pinned comment as well. If we make around 30 likes again on this one, I'll keep doing rebuilds and stuff. Wolfsburg will be back soon. Next week, Wolfsburg is back with Season 2, I promise. I just wanted to work on a few of these, and it seems that you guys have enjoyed them. So I'm pleased about that. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and I will see you all in the next one.